you actually brought those shades from like North Carolina all the way to Kansas. Like they were that meaningful.
Yeah, you love talking about them. Guess what? I've already gotten compliments on them since I've been out here, so I didn't want to hear that. Women walking up to me left and right. Those shades are great. They look so good on you. Like, wow, the way you rock those shades.
Never
like
happened.
Everything. You've never experienced that. You don't even know what that's like. You couldn't even dream of that. I bet you've had dudes come up and say that to you. Never any women, though.
Actually, funny story about that.
Now, let me tell you something. Jamal Hill, baby, sweet dreams, good gosh. Hey, listen, I don't know if he's that nice. I don't know if he's a muncher like that. He's looking great. He's on a mission right now. He's looking incredible. But let me tell you something, Thiago Santos. It's time to hang him up, buddy. It's time for you to go because you don't got it no mo. And I'm being dead serious. That boy sucks. Why is he still fighting?
It's a great question.
No. Why is he still fighting? Send that man to the PFL or ONE FC because we don't want him in the UFC. He is a bum. I'm so sick of watching him go out there and put a decent first round up and they get tired by the third round. What are we doing here? Dana White's cutting better fighters. He's cutting better fighters, and we're leaving bums in here like this. This is embarrassing. What is it? 5 of 6 now? 5 of 6 fights he's lost.
It's been pretty. He's yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, what are we doing here? This is ridiculous. Now Jamal Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Now Jamal Hill, that boy's on the rise.
He is.
He might be next up. I mean, I know he got his arm popped out, right? You know what I'm saying? He had that little nasty little elbow thing. Or he got dislocated or whatever. I thought he had his arm snapped in half, but it was just a dislocation. But listen. Beating Thiago's, I guess, good. Like, you got to give him credit for that. But also, Thiago's a bum, so it's like you can't give him that much credit for that. But listen, he might be due for a little championship fight. It might be coming very soon. He's on the path to do it. Yes or no?
You got a minute and 40 seconds. I don't want to interrupt.
But the flip side of that is Thiago, hey, he needs to retire. He needs to get kicked out of the UFC. That's the main thing that needs to be said. Also, here we go. Here's what we really need to comment on. Terrence McKinney? Hold on, buddy. Are we being serious? Don't tell me what to do. Okay, I'll do what I want. I'll keep talking if I want to keep talking. I'll be silent the whole time until you come back if I want to. I don't care what Miller or the chat says. Terrence McKinney calling out Paddy the Baddy. Are you kidding me? Paddy the Baddy Pimlet? Buddy. Paddy's had 3 just not even good fights. Not even doing what he really could do.
Wow.
Not even taking him down like he really wants to. Just being dumb and just trying to fight a certain style just to prove or be cool or whatever. He could bully these cats if he wants to. Terrence. I know you've almost died once, brother. Don't do it again now. We don't want you to do it again. This is a suicide mission. What are we doing here? You need the money that bad? Just ask Dana. He's giving out $250,000 to people like the Nug Boys and Kyle, and people are whining about it. Don't be signing no death wish like that, Terrence. Come on now. Now Paddy has had 3 fights where he just needs to come out there and whoop somebody, and he's trying to do some extra stuff. But if he locks in and he really wants to, and he takes it to the ground and wrestles him like he can, come on, dude. Terrence don't stand a chance. Who is Terrence beating?
Well, I'm glad that's over. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Jeez, those were the longest 5 minutes of my life. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. You were going on your rant about Terrence.
You just say the same joke every week.
Jeez, I mean, sorry guys to put you through this. He really brought his shades from North Carolina to Kansas. Those are the ugliest shades. They look worse even in sunlight, which that's the point of, to wear them in the sun, I'm assuming, but they look worse. In your room, like your quality is not that good. Your phone, like, has good quality. I guess the sunlight, you have good lighting right now, and it just shows how horrible. Mays, Kansas.
You never even heard of that. I don't even know where. I couldn't even point to it in Kansas right now, and I've been into it Well, actually, it's right by Wichita, but I don't even know where Wichita's at in Kansas.
Before we get into it, why are you in Kansas?
I'm in Kansas because I'm touring with the Water Ski Pro Tour, the Water Ski Broadcasting Company, and I film with them, and we're out in Kansas right now. We're going to Washington next.
Oh, well, that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you good at water skiing or something like that, or?
No, I suck at water skiing. I tried it one time. I could barely do it, and it was awful.
Well, you suck at golf too, and you do that a lot. So
I got up for 20 seconds. I would whoop you in golf. You're a bum. You're not even tall enough to swing the club, so I don't even want to hear that.
Well, I don't play golf, but we can get right into the MMA talk. Trey, thank you for being here. The sun looks great out there. You should get more sun. You're really pale. You're the same color of your AirPods. You should do that more often.
How are you Hispanic and you're just as pale as me? That's embarrassing.
I am. My arm. Look how dark. I mean, the lighting doesn't help, but my arms are actually really dark. But anyways,
my arms are really dark.
You know what Terrence McKinney is calling out Paddy Pimblett, right?
He needs a check bad. He's poor. He spent all his money that he's made so far in the UFC.
2 reasons, Trey. 2 reasons. One,
God, here we go.
Yeah. One, he wants the money. Of course. Who wouldn't want that payday, right? Ilia Topuria, Terrence McKinney, any lightweight would love to fight Paddy. Even ranked, I say they will take it. But 2 is because all these fighters know the same thing about Paddy, that they could beat him. That they could beat him, right? Am I not mistaken? I mean, look at the record of Terrence McKinney. They're all first round finishes. I mean, he got finished by Drew Dober in the first round.
Is Paddy not getting finishes? Right. I mean, what are we talking about here? Is Paddy not getting finishes also? All 3 of his fights he's fought in have been finishes.
You remember the same way that Hamza, like, it looked like he was unbeatable until he fought Gilbert Burns. Now it looks like it's possible, right? Right? Just follow me here. Do you remember that? Hamza Burns? Yeah. Remember that fight? Right. Burns got tagged, right? Chimaev got tagged a lot. I think it's the same way Levitt exposed Paddy Pimblett. Levitt he just made a simple mistake where he got caught with a knee holding Paddy against the cage. He got lazy.
Miller, please tell me how you expose somebody and lose to them. Please tell me how you expose somebody and get teabagged. Please tell me how you expose somebody and get finished before the fight's even over. Are we being serious right now?
He made a mistake.
Guess what? So what did he expose? He exposed himself.
Jordan Levitt was showing his wrestling is way better than Paddy Pimblett. What do you think Terrence McKinney's going to do in there?
What do you think Terrence McKinney's going to do in there?
You saw him get a rear naked choke, like standing up.
I told you this. Paddy's tripping. Paddy's tripping. He needs to do more. He's trying to do all these little funny things where he's like, oh, I'm going to beat him this way and all that stuff, and he sticks to it. And it's not even the right game plan for him, but he does it anyways, and he keeps doing it, and it messes up. But guess what? Finally, he's going to wake up when he fights a real competitor, and I would say Terrence McKinney's a real competitor. I mean, he's straight. He's got hands and everything. But listen, Paddy's a different skill level. He's been doing this way longer, buddy. He's like that. Paddy hasn't even shown y'all how good he is yet. You haven't even really got to see the full potential of Paddy Pimblett. That's what I'm saying. People think they know who Paddy is, and they've seen him and everything. Y'all don't even watch Cage Warriors. Y'all have never seen him in Cage Warriors. He was a 2-belt holder. Like, he's on the Connor path.
He has good grab.
Talk about him like that.
Whoa. Not the Connor path.
He was on
Connor path. Connor path, 4th fight in. Fourth fight in, he was fighting Poirier. Let's slow down a little bit. Or Paddy Pimblett was fighting Jordan Levitt.
And Poirier was up and coming. He was a rookie, so you can't even say that. That Poirier turned into something.
I don't think
even anything yet.
I think it's fair to say
that made Poirier by whooping him.
I think it's fair to say that Levitt is not going to become a Poirier when it's all said and done. So yes, Connor's competition, and then he was fighting Chad Mendez, Eddie. He was fighting big names early. Paddy, on the other hand, he's struggling with Jordan Levitt. No hate on Levitt, but you throw Terrence.
Struggling though, like what is struggling?
He lost bull crap. He lost that first round. He lost that first round
because he was trying to be dumb.
He lost that first round. Is all I'm saying. So
all you know is the first round. So I'm glad fights are one round. I'm glad fights are one round.
And in the second round,
fights are one round.
And in the second round, he was winning until he lost. Look, I'm just saying, like, all right, let's talk about if Terrence McKinney and Paddy Pimblett will actually happen. We'll talk about that first. But who wins that fight, Trey? Hypothetically,
Paddy definitely wins it.
I don't know about that.
Paddy would be the betting favorite. What do you mean? What are we talking about here? You're telling me he wouldn't be the betting favorite in Vegas?
It'll be close. The quote is, Paddy the Baddy says, or Paddy the Baddy, where you at, McKinney, said, calling out Paddy Pimblett. Let's get it. He wants to fight. I like
He'll fight
it.
anybody. That's why he says that.
Yeah, I like it. I think he wants a notoriety. Paddy's a big name, lightweight division. It's not a bad idea. Curtis, welcome to the stream.
Then what?
I don't know. That's what I'm like. Where does Paddy go from here? It's been kind of quiet. Maybe, but it's not gonna happen the next fight though. They're gonna give him like a ranked. They're gonna give him like an 86 ranked lightweight fighter next fight. Do you think he cracks? Do you think he cracks the top 25?
Who?
Paddy.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know who they give him next.
They don't need to bump him up to like a top 15 dude right now, but like, I mean, put him on the slow train like Sean O'Malley, but why would he fight a number 80? Bro, they don't even have 86 dudes in that division. Shut up.
Speaking of Sean O'Malley, let me just quickly read something for you that someone in the chat said. It was Marcus M. He says, tell Trey that Sean is going to smash Jan's face in. And if Jan wants to run it back, he can get it smashed in a second time. Sean by KO or decision. I don't know what made him say that. What's up, Marcus?
Who said that?
His name is Marcus M. And I think he said that because he probably thinks you have Jan, I guess. So we could talk about that
Marcus,
too. Curtis says,
Marcus,
Macho Man, shades are fire.
Let me say this to you, buddy. I can already tell you're not educated because I'm going for Sean, you big dummy. Okay, I said he was a counterpuncher. Obviously, you don't watch the shows. How about you tune in and pay attention a little bit? Huh? You must not have finished high school or something. Would you drop out in 10th grade or something? Because you're lacking the common sense, brother. Go back and watch the videos.
Plug says Terrence beats Paddy. Paddy has potential, says Joe. He gets knocked out by any top 5 opponent. That's a given. He's not ready for anybody in the top 10. Let's just be honest. Not even top 15.
Why would he be?
Not even in the top 15. Not even in the top 15.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't need to be on that train. He put him on the slow train, let him work his way up. He'll be fine.
Let's revisit this a little bit. They want to talk about Sean. They're talking about Sean and Jan in the chat.
I've done told y'all about this. Listen, listen. Jan is going to push the pace. Everybody knows that he pushes the pace, and I'm thinking, all right, I've already said this. Y'all don't watch, so let me explain it to y'all again and break it down 3-round fight, by the way. I told y'all this 3-round fight. Obviously, he's going to push the pace. Is what Jan does. I mean, he does it every time. It's basically his main skill. Okay, but here's the thing. I was thinking, dang, that's going to be bad for Sean. Like, he's going to be backing up the whole time. And it's going to be, what is he going to do? And then it hit me. Oh, I'm an idiot. I've watched Sean fight his whole entire career. Why have I not thought of this? He's a great counterpuncher. He can hit him off the drop step or whatever little fancy move he wants to do and counterpunch him. And he's going to catch Jan because, listen, I'm not saying I have proof of this. I'm not saying I just know this, but listen.
You usually don't have any proof to back up your...
I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel.
Trey usually doesn't have any proof
or
anything of...
that Jan's chin is not certified. Can't confirm. It's like Beta's chin. If you'll see Beta commenting in the chat, call him a loser and keep it moving.
I think he held up pretty well against Sandhagen.
Yeah, but listen, does Corey Sandhagen really throw like that? I mean, he's got some knees and everything.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really throw his hands. He doesn't really throw like that.
Sandhagen's pretty dirty. I mean, Sean O'Malley. Look. I'll give you credit. Sean O'Malley is a dangerous striker, very dangerous, and he has the range as well too. He's going to use the range the same way Oliveira's going to use his range against Islam. And that's fair to say.
The only way this could be a problem is if Sean gets put on his back, and I don't know if he's going to do that because I think he's going to keep his distance, and I think he's going to catch Jan, and he might drop him. He might drop him. I'm dead serious. Y'all are hating on this, and besides Marcus, obviously he's an idiot, but he's smart on this take. I think Sean's going to catch him.
A funny thing that Joe says Paddy gets knocked out by anyone nice. I don't mean to keep going back and forth, but Joe DeJesus, he's smart here for once as well too. Because Joe was wrong about Derek Lewis and everything, but you know he's right here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, here goes Joe. Now I got to school another one of my friends.
Remember I schooled both of y'all.
Anything nice?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What a broad comment. Way to just lay it all out there, dude. You really risking your neck and throwing it out there for this one. Anyone nice? What does that even mean? Who's nice? Who's anyone nice? What's nice?
That's a good question. Is it top 15? Is it top 25? What is nice?
Make more sense. Nice is top 5. That's like nice. Top 15, that fluctuates all the time.
I'm trying to pull it up right now as we speak to see what we get here. Top 15. Dan Hooker is 16.
Oh, please give him Dan Hooker. That boy's a bum.
Paddy B's Dan
That
Hooker?
boy is that boy sucks. Dan Hooker's got his first class ticket out of the UFC. He sucks now. He sucks now. Michael Chandler knocked him out and knocked the career out of him, too.
Bobby Green, 22? Bobby Green is a tough fight.
Are we still on the Bobby Green?
Bobby Green is a tough fight for Paddy. I'm just throwing that out there.
Are we still on the Bobby Green hype train? That dude looks like a daggum little basketball player who goes too hard at the YMCA that just doesn't stop and thinks he's a baller. You know what I'm saying? That's Bobby Green. That's the attitude that he has. He's a bum. Come on, we're not being serious.
I think Bobby at 22 beats Paddy. Leroy, welcome to the stream. What's up, my guy? Joe says he doesn't sniff top 8. Paddy doesn't sniff top 8. Give him Arnold Allen then. Huh?
In his career?
I think he just says right now, but maybe in his career too. I don't know.
Nobody's saying right now. Everybody's saying, "Hey, put him on the slow track. Let's get him."
Drew Dober. Drew Dober.
Oh, Drew Dober would be crazy. Drew Dober is actually tough. That boy's got a chin on him, and he's got some thudders on the end of his hand.
I'm just throwing you some names that are quite interesting. Well, you know what? If he gets
is he top 15? Drew Dober top 15?
No, he's top 23. I was going lower just to help your case out because you need it.
Listen, Paddy's in the most active division.
That's fair. That's fair. Maybe if he touches the top 30, you know who he might be able to fight? Ilia Topuria.
If he touches the top 30, why are y'all serious right now? Are y'all really disrespecting this man like that?
What is Paddy ranked anyways right now?
He's probably above 30. Like, how are you disrespecting that man?
38.
Like
38. You know,
you're talking about 86.
He's 38 right now. So let's look at a couple names above him, which is what we were doing, right? I think Ilia Topuria gives him a long night.
No.
He might be able to beat Mark Madsen at 27, maybe. Grant Dawson.
Definitely what Mark Madsen.
But Drew Dober at 23, he might not even get past him.
Bro.
Drew
Dober's a one-trick pony.
Bobby Green at 22, he might not even beat Bobby Green. Listen,
Bobby Green is not like that.
He's in a tough. Bobby Green is nice, striking wise.
At what?
At striking. Dan Hooker. You know what's funny? Is it weird that I feel like he might have a tougher time with Bobby Green than Dan Hooker? Is that fair to say?
Everybody knows that Dan Hooker has a first-class ticket on his way out of the UFC. That was a bomb.
He got TKO'd by Arnold Allen.
Chandler and got whooped. It's just never been the same. He sucked his career out of him.
He got subbed by Islam Makhachev. He got beat TKO'd by Arnold Allen, Dan Hooker. But interesting, guys. It's good to look this up and learn this in real time, kind of educate at the same time. Clay Guida, you might be able to give him at 35.
Right. Is Clay Guida still in the UFC? I don't even think he's in there anymore, right? Didn't they just release him?
Did they release him? He lost to Puelles by sub. He's ranked number 35, so I think he's still good to go.
Clay Guida, I can't freaking watch another fight of his, dude. The UFC would not do that to us. They would not make us watch a Clay Guida fight again.
They brought an interesting one. Let me bring this to your attention. What about Tony Ferguson? What about Tony Ferguson? Let me say let me say this. I will easily put $50 on Tony Ferguson to beat Paddy. Easy, no question. No question.
How old is Tony Ferguson? Like 37?
I think he's like 86 at the moment right now, but
when's the last time he won a fight?
That's a great question too.
No,
let's look
seriously,
it up.
When is the last time? I think I was in high school.
When you graduated, 2018?
2014.
The last time he won a fight was this is kind of embarrassing. You ready for this?
Yes.
Do you want to guess who he beat last?
His last fight he won was.
Take your time.
I have no idea. Gaethje? No, Gaethje beat him, didn't he?
No, Gaethje beat him. It was right before that. The last time he won, Donald Cerrone. Donald Cerrone. Before that, Anthony Pettis. It's so crazy what a few years could do.
Oh,
In
what
2019,
year
he was
that?
literally the boogeyman. 2019.
Wow, look, what a decline. That dude's a bum now. Get him
He
out of here. He's off show
he
now.
he lost by he lost by KO, unanimous, and then KO by Michael Chandler.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that became a meme. It was so bad.
Yeah, I mean Tony Ferguson, man. 3 years ago he was a boogeyman. He was like one of the most feared. Yeah, Pettis was right before that, Joe, and that Pettis fight, he faced some adversity and then came out and won that fight. That's right, Cowboy. Yes, sir. Man, we got to get Joe on here. It seems like he knows a little bit more than Trey Melton.
Joe
about the
doesn't know
UFC.
anything. I've taught him everything he knows about the UFC, and he still says dumb comments about it.
Rank Schmank says Leroy. Leroy, you have Paddy beating anybody in the top 15? You let me know. But let's close out the Paddy topic before we move on. So Paddy, he beats anybody in the top 20?
Anybody?
Anybody.
Name them. Name 20 through 15 right now.
Thiago
He's beating Dan
Moises.
Hooker. What'd you say Dan Hooker was?
16.
Yeah, so yes. So the answer is yes.
15, Armin Saryukian. That's a dangerous fight. That's a dangerous fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he might beat Diego Ferreira too. So
yeah, he would beat Diego.
So
who's 15 through 10? Just say it real fast.
Armin Saryukian, Jalen Turner, Damir Ismagulov, Gregor Gillespie, Tony Ferguson, and Conor McGregor.
Hey,
he might be Conor McGregor. He might be.
You're telling me he's not beating Gregor?
If it stays striking, no.
Yeah, but
if it stays striking, no.
Listen, Paddy's not a striker. Do not let
he's
him
not.
fool y'all. I know
he's not.
been throwing and been going after it, but he is not a striker. And people think that's what he does, that he just stands up there and bangs. He is nice on the ground. He hasn't even showed y'all half his little bag.
No, he's not bad. He's not bad. He's not bad. But the UFC is a whole different game. I know you're hyped with the whole Cage Warriors thing, but we'll talk about that. Joe says, I want to see Paddy versus Joe Biden. I think Costa would beat Francis Ngannou. Love
Joe
Tony.
Biden can't even win against a bicycle, so he's definitely not beating Paddy.
That's true. Love Tony, but seemed like the hype got to his head. Need to stay humble. I think he's over the hill at this point. I'm just be honest.
He's old and old news.
It might be over for him. It might be over for him. Let him retire. Dos Años says Beta. RDA is kind of dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. Gregor Gillespie got what's up, Beta? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Gregor Gillespie got cut from the UFC, so he's a no-go. McGregor kills Tony. Don't allow it. Imagine Tony versus McGregor return fight. That might not be a bad one to make. You want to diverge into a quick topic? You think McGregor makes a comeback 2023?
I think Charles Oliveira really wants McGregor, and why is he wasting his time on little bummy boy freaking Tony Ferguson, who's getting knocked out and put in the memes, when he could fight Charles Oliveira for the belt?
Well, the funny thing is I just made a video on that. If you guys check the YouTube channel, my recent video that got like almost 1,000 views, we're doing numbers out here. Oliveira made a quote and he said, everybody knows and you're not going to love this, Trey. He said, everybody knows I wanted the counter fight. I wanted the big payday. But I'm a UFC employee, so they, we try to negotiate, but he basically said they wouldn't give me any kind of they wouldn't work with me, basically. So, you know how the UFC is a communism right now. So I don't know.
It's a business communism, because they're a well-run business. That's why they're communism.
No, I just know what words triggers you. So
you know what I noticed about you.
What's that? The funny thing is I like.
The Hispanic Hawani, yeah, because you really do say stuff like him. You love to hate on anything great.
No, actually,
you love that Paddy, great. Derek Lewis, Hall of Famer, great. The UFC and Dana and them, great. And you just love to hate on it.
Hilwani actually says something that I was like, oh, again, he made a very socialist remark. I mean, if you're a socialist, that's fine, but what was it? I can't remember, Trey. But I was gonna send it to you because I know it would have bothered you. But this is today. This is today. But that he said, I can't remember.
That dude's a freaking idiot.
I'm still the Hispanic Hawani. Hawani still does great work. C-word says Leroy, possibly Fiziev. Fiziev will destroy him. Paddy versus Mark Zuckerberg says Marcus. He is check roster update on Twitter. Give him maybe Luque or Fiziev for Paddy. You saw what happened to Vicente, right? Against Jeff Neal.
Hey. Listen, Jeff Neal looking like a dog out there, boy.
Did anybody see that coming?
It looked like he didn't even want to be there.
Did anybody see that coming?
Listen, there's a reason I wouldn't bet that fight, and I didn't want to bet it because I knew, hey, Jeff Neal, if he's out there primed up and ready to go, then he's going to take this man out. And sure enough, Vicente Luque coming out there like a little herb, think he's going to do it again. You know what? Vicente Luque is too inconsistent. I don't think he'll ever make it up there.
He's going to have to climb all over again after losing to Jeff Neal. He's going to have to climb all over. You know how hard that is?
Jeff Neal's on the rise, though.
How old is Vicente Luque anyways? He looks old, right? Like he's only 30 years old, but he looks like he's 36. Yeah, he's 30 years old.
Wow. Just been going through it.
So you know when you look up something, I just happened to look up his age and then under it, and I forgot. Let's go right into this. Right under right here, Dominic Cruz's age comes up. I don't know why. So even Google's helping us out with our topic changes. Dominic Cruz is 37 years old. Jeez.
Yeah, buddy.
He's 37 years old.
How old is Marlon Vera, though?
And he looks younger than Trey. Marlon Vera.
He looks younger than you.
Marlon Vera's 20.
Like you've been going through it.
Marlon Vera's 29 years old. But Marlon looks older than Dominic, I feel like. Marlon looks up there. Marlon is 29 years old. It's probably the receding hairline. That's probably what it is. Let's talk about Marlon Vera versus Dominic Cruz. Now listen, real quick, before you get into it, I just want to give you guys a quick stat that Trey never heard before. Guys, I'm here to break it to you guys. I'm the source. I have all the stats. Did you know that Dominic Cruz has never, ever lost a non-title fight? Did you guys know that? I just heard I think it was on the Hawani show, and I was like, wow, Hawani, thank you for that. I've never heard that before. But an interesting stat. Dominic Cruz never has lost a title fight, but this fight is almost like a title fight because it's a 5-round fight. It's a main event. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? Does that
First of all, let's just say this.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. That's what I said. That's the stat that I brought to the channel. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I had to teach you about that. I had to teach all these bumps in here who barely know anything about UFC or fighting or MMA or are 12 years old and barely know anything about life about this.
I've never heard you say that, but yeah.
I said it plenty of times. Go check the archives. It's in there.
Not there.
100%. You probably block it out because you know Marlon Vera is going to lose. He's going to lose.
You have him lose. So you know the fight is in San Diego and is this weekend, right?
That's fine.
Luque aged overnight, Leroy said. It's in San Diego. Dominic Cruz, 21-7. His last fight was a unanimous decision win. I apologize. His last fight, was unanimous decision win versus Pedro Munoz. Marlon Vera, his last opponent, was Rob Font, where Font we thought was going to be one of the next big things in the division, but he loses to Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera, he destroyed Sean O'Malley too. He destroyed Sean O'Malley too. Speaking of Vera, he's on a run.
Whoa! Everybody knows that was a fluke accident and will never happen again. And he just got hit in the G spot on his knee. That just made him quit for the rest of the time, and he was barely even able to stand on his leg. It's not even a real win.
Interesting.
It didn't even count on Sean O'Malley's record. Sean O'Malley's 16-0.
It's weird because on Marlon Vera's record it says that he won against Sean O'Malley.
I know that's an error. And
then I go to Sean O'Malley's and it says L.
16-0. He's 16-0. That's because you're probably on one of them stupid sites that don't know what they're talking about because you don't know what you're talking about, and you go on dumb sites like that.
You know what? I gave Sean O'Malley I'm like, look, he might actually have a chance against Peter Yan. I feel really stupid saying that, but then I look at the names he's beaten, like Almeida, Chris Moutinho. They're horrible. Paiva was pretty good. I actually give him credit for that fight. Paiva was a pretty dangerous striker. But anyways,
he kind of looks like Chris Moutinho now that I think about it. You kind of remind me of him. And second of all,
I got a strong chin. I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Don't you dare even say that. I told you right now, and you know it's true. If Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera ran it back right now, he is winning that fight, and it's going to be bad. It'll be bad.
Pedro Munoz was probably on his way to beat Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley has a way of getting out of there a little bit early. But anyways,
Pedro Munoz was getting whooped on. He quit the fight. He was getting beat so bad and so embarrassed that he didn't want to get, he didn't want all the backlash that came with it, so he quit the fight. He faked an eye poke, faked a nut kick.
Listen, Trey, I know you're hurt, but Sean O'Malley loses to Marlon Vera, right? But then Marlon Vera loses to Jose Aldo. He's a legend. No shame in that. But now he's starting to fight some big names. He beats Davey Grant. He beats a legend in Frankie Edgar. You could say Frankie Edgar's old, but then he beats Rob Font. And he might have another.
Everybody's beating Frankie Edgar. Are we serious?
True.
That's like when people say, "Oh, but he beat Damian Maia or he beat Ryan Spann." Please shut up about them.
That's fair. That's fair. But then he beats Rob Font by unanimous decision. Okay, so we could say that about Frankie. Okay, but let me ask you this, Trey. Good win if he beats Dominic Cruz?
It's a great win. He's beating a Hall of Famer. He's beating a legend. He's beating somebody. He's beating a guy who has never lost a non-title fight in UFC history.
I just told you that. I know.
I just told you that. I've been told you that.
Oh, you've never said that.
I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. I didn't even have to look that up. I knew it the whole time. I've been telling y'all. You're over here using Google, listening to the dumb broadcasters and interviewers and stuff, when you could just call me. I'll tell you what you want to know. Just give me a call.
Marlon Vera. I'm trying to look it up right now. Here we go. He's ranked number 5. Deservedly so. Sean O'Malley is ranked number 13. Marlon Vera is fighting number 8. Sean O'Malley is fighting number 1. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. It's about to get really. You think they revisit that before we talk about Vera versus Cruz and who wins?
Revisit what?
Marlon Vera versus Sean O'Malley.
Do I think they fight again before he fights for the belt?
You know what Cheeto should do? If he beats Dominic Cruz, he should say, "I want the winner of Piotr Jan versus Sean O'Malley." It's a win-win. That's what Marlon Vera should do. I wish I was his manager.
Why is it a win-win?
Because he'll get a big fight regardless.
So he gets to lose. He gets to lose and then win 2 fights and go fight for the belt.
Marlon Vera?
Yeah.
He's on a 3-fight win streak. Dominic Cruz will be 4. He deserves it. He's ranked number 5. The only people above him are Corey Sandhagen, Aldo Dillashaw, and Piotr Jan.
Well, Dillashaw, that sucks for him.
Who does Marlon Vera get next?
TJ might be Aldo. TJ might be Aldo, and then that ruins everything for Marlon. Just know that. Because listen to me right now. I promise you on everything, if Sean O'Malley wins this fight against Piotr Jan, he'll get a title shot before Marlon Vera does. Yeah. Hands down. Hands down. Yeah. Because Marlon Vera's not you can't market that guy. I mean, that dude doesn't do anything for the UFC. I bet people flip off the channel when he's fighting. I bet they lose money when he's fighting.
Sean O'Malley. That was actually funny. Sean O'Malley has a big name. Sean O'Malley wow.
He signed with
Trey, you make a good point. I don't mean to sound so startled, but if Sean O'Malley beats Piotr Jan, he probably does
I'm having deja vu.
He probably does get a title shot before Marlon Vera. Wow. You know how unfair that is? But it makes sense.
He's beating him number 1. It does make sense. He's the star. He's the one. He's the future.
But
he's not the future.
But the weird thing about that is Vera beat
a gatekeeper. You want to talk about a gatekeeper? Marlon Vera is going to be one of the knights standing out far, a little bit in front of the gate before they even get to the gate.
Yeah, he shut the gates on Sean O'Malley. He beat Sean O'Malley.
That's weird. Why does Sean O'Malley have a bigger opportunity than him right now? That's so awkward.
He's famous.
That makes no sense. Why is he on a bigger card? Why is he on a pay-per-view? Are you talking about Marlon Vera over here fighting on fight nights?
That's the way it works. You're right. You're right. I can't argue with you there. But if he beats Dominic Cruz, does that help his career at all? Does he how many fights is he away from a title shot? Speaking of Marlon Vera.
Every win helps your career. My bad.
Of course.
Listen, every win helps your career. What do you mean? Every win's gonna help your career. Doesn't matter who you beat, whether they're good or bad.
Of course.
Nobody just beats somebody and just stays there.
Right, but I'm saying he's gonna go into a 4-fight win streak. What does that mean? Does that mean
means
anything?
good job. Good job. You're number 3 now.
Okay, he's number 3 hypothetically.
I mean, what is Cruz? What is Cruz ranked right now? 3?
No, Cruz is under him. Cruz is ranked number 8.
What are we? And we're talking about this really. Sean O'Malley's 13. He's fighting number 1, and then Cruz is 5, and he's fighting dudes below him. And we're trying to reward him for that. This dude can't even fight nobody above him. Are we being serious right now?
Felix, welcome to the stream. A possibility not too far from imagination is Sean O'Malley loses. Then what?
Then he fights the winner of Marlon and Cruz, and then whoever wins that fights for the belt.
I'm not mad at that. Let me see.
Well, I'm here to make your day easier, Miller, because I actually do this. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel.
Let me think about this. Yeah. Okay. Marlon beats Cruz. Sean O'Malley loses to Petr Yan. If I'm so wait, maybe not. If I'm Marlon, if I'm Cheeto, do I want Sean O'Malley or do I want a higher ranked opponent? That's the question.
What do you mean? Obviously, he doesn't want a higher ranked opponent. He's fighting dudes below him the whole time.
That's what he was offered. Nobody else is available. Everybody's booked. Dillashaw, Aldo. Wow. See, you didn't even know this, but I'm bringing it to your attention, and that's okay. No. Yeah,
I did know this, but guess who wasn't booked? Jan wasn't booked. Jan wasn't booked. Jan wasn't booked. They booked Marlon's fight before they booked Sean's. I didn't see him stepping up to go fight Petr Yan.
Petr Yan didn't have a dance partner. That's where Sean O'Malley comes in.
Exactly, because Marlon Vera said, "Oh no, I'm not trying to fight him yet. I'm going to fight some dude below me. I want to fight a 37-year-old who does more commentary than he does fighting."
It is. It's a big name on the resume, though. It's a Hall of Famer. It's a Hall of Famer.
And you can't even give Derek Lewis that same respect.
No, Derek Lewis is a Hall of Famer too, but Trey, come on, let's Trey,
dude,
Trey,
you're
Trey,
such a
no, Trey, no, I'm glad you brought this up, Trey. Can we do something here? Just I see the sun shining behind you. Can we be honest that I was right about Derek Lewis?
You were not right about Derek Lewis. They had the worst call in UFC history. That was the worst stoppage in UFC history, Miller. You're really true.
You're really going to do this.
How many times have we seen Derek Lewis been dazed or smacked or wobbling or anything, and he comes back and wins the fight? He wasn't dazed, confused, or anything. He was perfectly fine. He was still there. He slipped a little bit and fell, and the ref called the fight for no reason.
Trey, let me
ask you. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous right now. You're going to disrespect the Hall of Famer again. It's just going to look bad on you.
Let me ask you just one more time. Just one more time. Look me in my eyes and tell me I was wrong about Derek Lewis. Please.
You was wrong about Derek Lewis. Wow. That's the worst stoppage in UFC history.
Wow. This guy got knocked out in like 3 of his last 4 fights or something like that.
Bro.
And I called it.
Break. You can't stop it when the refs. You can't do nothing about it when the refs are cheating you and messing with you. Like, come on.
You know what's sad about this, Trey? You know what's sad? Even Joe De Jesus. That's how you know it's a problem. Even Joe agrees with you. That's when you should. He agrees with you. He said early stoppage. That's how you know you might have it wrong. I'm just listen.
Joe follows me. Don't ever get that confused.
So he follows your takes.
Yes, I taught him everything he knows about the UFC. He still says dumb stuff about the UFC sometimes when he's not agreeing with me, but sometimes he knows what he's talking about, and that's because I told him what it is. Because I'm the source, I'm the one who gets it done. I am Mr. Intel.
999 says Derek Lewis clean stoppage. I agree, but Trey's never going to give me that credit. Listen,
999, you're a freaking idiot, dude. Are you even in middle school yet? I'm so sick of you commenting in here. I'm going to call your mom. Listen, and tell her to get on my DMs. I have a girlfriend now. I can't be talking to women no more. She's been in my DMs every single day since I've gotten a girlfriend.
Against the low Tuivasa, Gane, and Pavlovich, 999, we were right. You might be younger than Trey, but we were right and he was wrong. Listen, all right, so
this dude hasn't even hit puberty yet.
Let me ask you one more time. Vera beats Dominic Cruz. Let's just play the what ifs. Vera beats Dominic Cruz. Sean O'Malley loses to Petr Yan. You're Vera. Are you taking a higher ranked opponent or are you taking Sean O'Malley?
Listen, I don't know. He wouldn't step up to Piotr Jan. He obviously didn't want to fight in the top.
He
That was
wasn't
the only
offered that.
fighter.
He wasn't
That was
offered
the
that.
only. Bro, you didn't think he could call him out or say something about it or do something like that? Like, what do you mean? They're going to give it. So they're going to give a 13th. They're going to give a 13th ranked fighter #1 instead of the #5 who's sitting there wide open with no fight that he had. Like, come on.
It's the same thing as Conor McGregor being number 12. And if you wanted to step in the cage tomorrow and fight for the championship belt, they're going to give him it because he's a big name. That's really all that's happening here, Trey.
So rankings mean nothing. So I don't want to hear you say another word about Paddy and where he's ranked at and who he's going to fight and what the ranking is.
No, Trey. Hold on. You're cheating a little bit here because listen. Let me tell.
Oh yeah. Make it work. Make it work. What you're trying to say. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Let me tell you what you're doing here. Let me tell you what you're doing here. That's wrong, Trey. The difference is Paddy can't beat nobody in the top 15, and we know that. That's the difference. Where when it comes to Vera, he's not getting that fight because he doesn't have a big enough name. But if he had a big name, he could potentially beat these guys. He's in the discussion. That's the difference.
Everyone in this chat knows, unless they're dumb, which a lot of them in here are. Okay, I'll give the benefit of the doubt. A lot of
hit the thumbs up
if
you haven't already.
Everyone knows Paddy is beating Dan Hooker. Come on, give me a break. He's got a first-class ticket back to Australia and on lockdown.
I don't think nobody ever mentioned that matchup. Maybe that's the one to make. That's a big fight.
Paddy would dog him.
That might be the fight to make for Paddy. Okay, you know what? I don't think you've answered the question because I don't think you made your mind up yet, and that's fine. What I'm saying is, if Vera beats Cruz and Sean O'Malley loses, that's tough. If I'm Vera,
I gotta fight Sean.
I know I could beat Sean again, so I might as well do it for a nice little payday, or I could fight closer for the title.
He didn't beat him though.
He lost to Aldo. Dillashaw's booked. Sanhagen's booked. Piotr Jan is booked. Sterling. Maybe they fight again. And I'm gonna go. Oh wow! You just reminded me. I picked Cheeto against Sean O'Malley as well too. Bro, I don't miss.
I told you what you like to do, Miller. Miller, you know what's crazy?
I don't miss.
I told you what you like to do. Everybody can see right through this. I literally told you what you could do, what you do. You literally go and pick fights that are huge upsets. You'll go and pick a fighter who should not win the fight, who shouldn't even be in the fight, and you'll say, "Oh yeah, I think they should win." And that way, if they win, you can have moments like this where we come back later on. And you say, "Oh well, I called this. Look at me. I'm a hero. Nobody had them, and I was the one who had them." Or if they lose, you can say, "Oh well, they were supposed to lose. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. I mean, they weren't even supposed to be in the fight. I just thought I could see him doing it and all this stuff." Hey, give me a break.
I have never done that.
I'm seeing right through it.
I have never done that. Picked right for Derek Lewis, Cheeto Vera. I mean, the list goes on. Goes on.
Everybody sees right. Everybody sees right through it, Miller. You're not fooling anybody. You're not fooling anybody.
Have I been wrong? Have I been wrong before? Yeah. Does it happen?
You've been wrong plenty of times.
Does it happen often? No.
How much money am I mean?
We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk.
Wagers off you.
I'm making money off you though.
No.
I'm up like $40 against you.
Bro, how much money have I put in your pocket by just telling you what to bet? Miller used to hit me up and ask me what we betting tonight. What's the bet looking like tonight? What's the log?
And my account cleared. Okay. Trey.
Money left and right.
Let's talk about just like two more topics. We're almost at an hour in. By the way, yeah, your phone works good. The sunlight in the background looks good. Mo Usman, the Ultimate Fighter winner, next big heavyweight. Do you say yay or do you say nay?
First of all, I just want to say this. Stupid bummy boy, noodle legs, Frankenstein, zombie boy tweeted, "Oh, we got another scary competitor in the UFC in our heavyweight division. I don't even want to fight him." Yeah, you don't want to fight because you suck and you're a bum and you can't even sign a contract to fight in the UFC because you want to go do boxing and everything and your knees are weak. That's why you don't want to fight him. Now, Muhammad Usman, let me get started on him. Okay, listen. Wow. What a knockout. Okay? Wow, that was a great knockout. Put him right on his back. Impressive. Okay. Now, I don't know if you watch stuff, Miller, because I know you're poor and probably can't afford it. And also, you don't know anything about UFC, so you probably don't watch it anyways because I'm actually tuned in. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. But that's okay. I'll tell you about it. I watched Muhammad Usman.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like they was kind of pushing him through, trying to set it up just to make him get his way in because, honestly, he wasn't that good. Nobody can see their family or talk to them or whatever, and they're letting Kamaru come into the house and chill with him and chat him up and give him some advice and everything, little unfair advantages and all this stuff. And it's just like, why are they pushing him through? And I've seen it. I've seen it in the second fight. This dude cannot throw a combo to save his life. He can't block a leg kick to save his life. He's the stiffest fighter I've ever seen in the UFC. He looks like those that old boxing game where you hit each other until their head pops up and that's how you know who won. Yeah, he looks like that. It was pitiful. The dude can't throw a combo. The dude can't take a leg kick. I mean, what are we doing here? And people are hyping him up like he's going to be the next big guy. Now, hey, listen, don't get me wrong. Just like his brother, Kamaru, okay? He's got some thudders in his hand. So don't let him catch you. Don't let him accidentally catch you.
He has champion blood.
But he throws hooks and overhands. I don't know if I've seen him throw any jabs. He can't set up and throw a combo. He's not mixing any legs in it. He definitely is not throwing any leg kicks. He can't block any leg kicks. Hey, his time is going to be short-lived in the UFC. I'm telling y'all right now, unless that man takes the absolute change and goes with Trevor Whitman or whatever he can do, he is going to have a short-lived career in the UFC.
I mean, he's on a 3-fight win streak, of course, because it was the exhibitions at the Ultimate Fighter. They could take their time with him. They could take their time. I mean, he's 33 years old, so maybe not too much time. Is he a little bit stiff? Yes. The left hook that he landed wasn't that impressive, but dare I say, 999 said that's literally Derek Lewis. So you just described Derek Lewis. So I mean,
are you freaking serious, dude? Do you know how?
And look how far he got.
Derek Lewis is. He's thrown leg kicks. He's thrown head kicks. That's what I'm saying. This is what 999. Just stay in your lane, brother. Hey. Have a good year in 6th grade this year. You wasn't even old enough to see Derek Lewis fighting. You don't know what he's really done. You don't know anything about him. You probably was only old enough to see his last 4 fights, and that's why you're saying that. You bum. Hit puberty before you come talk to me again and say some stuff about a Hall of Famer.
As much as I hate to say it, Trey, I agree with you about Usman, the brother. Yes, he has a long way to go. I think it's one of those things he probably just picked up fighting recently, saw his brother. He has a long way to go, technically. He hasn't seen the later rounds. That's gonna get quite interesting. He has a long way to go. He's not
good.
I think that's fair. He has power, of course, but
it's just like the competition and the winners of Tough have just went downhill. Like I look at them and I'm just like, bro, is this really the best they could find? If Muhammad Usman wasn't Kamaru's brother, are they really bringing this guy in? Because he's a bum.
I mean, as far as the heavyweight, yeah, but Battle looked good.
Well, hey, listen.
I knew that was gonna bring a smile to your face. Yeah.
Speaking of Brian Battle, that boy's from only like 20 minutes from me, from my hometown. And listen, he called out Ian Gary. He better be careful. That's gonna be a nice fight, but he better be careful because Ian Gary is a dog.
Ian Gary's dangerous. I agree. I don't know if that head kick was crazy though.
I know he's like that. He is looking good. He's getting better every fight, I think.
That welterweight division just gets interesting, man. Just gets really, really interesting. Let's see who. Wow, I'm just looking at the welterweight division right now. Colby Covington is in a standstill. Leon Edwards. A lot of people feel he doesn't have a chance against Usman. Battle. Let's see if he makes his way up.
He doesn't have a chance against Usman. What are we talking about? He's already lost to him.
New and improved Leon Edwards. I think he has a little chance.
New and improved.
Uh-huh.
He almost got knocked out by Nate Diaz.
He got lazy. He reminds me of Devin Haney against Linares. He was winning the whole fight. He gets a little lazy. It happens. But let me look. Listen, this is what the people want real quick. They want to talk about one thing. Trey living in the Wizard of Oz. His Francis take is diabolical. I like calling him not Ngannou. I like calling him Ngabib. Francis Ngabib is just a phenomenal fight.
He was doing accidental takedowns. He wasn't even doing it on purpose. He's never even trained for that. He's probably never even put his back on the mat when he was training.
I could have sworn that Francis Ngannou stayed in Dagestan for like 5 years the way he looked against a real guy. That's just me.
Awful. The dude can barely walk.
That's just me. He must have went to Dagestan for a few months and just picked up everything. Had a foot sweep, wrestling.
Ain't nobody with knee pads like he's on his volleyball team good on the ground. I can promise you that.
He won with what? I don't know if anybody beats Francis Ngannou right now. I mean, Cyril Gane lost to him. He beat Stipe.
Derek Lewis would beat him.
I think Ngannou beats Tuivasa.
John Jones would absolutely dog him.
Derek Lewis can't get past Pavlovich. He's out of the top 5. It's over for Derek Lewis. I'm sorry, Trey.
Pavlovich might beat him.
No. Pavlovich doesn't beat him. Tom Aspinall beats Derek Lewis, but Ngannou beats Tom Aspinall right now. And Ngannou's just he's on a different level. The people are asking. We got to talk about it real quick one more time. What? I think you're gonna like this topic. It's one from left field. The topic is Israel Adesanya versus Pereira. I keep seeing interviews of Adesanya basically saying, you know what? I think he said something along the lines of, you know, it makes him excited because in this fight anyone can get knocked out, as if he knows Pereira could just put those lights out.
Dude, I've seen a little interview. I'm not even sure who he was doing it with, and he said, yeah. Because they asked him, they said, "Oh, well, you've already fought him two times when you was in kickboxing, and he's knocked you out one time, and then decision, I believe, the other time." He was
right, the first time. Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh yeah, that's his story. That's his story. Now it's time for me to write my story." My boy, that's a part of your story too, buddy. You're the one who got clapped on your back, stiffened up like a mannequin.
To be fair, I know you only follow headlines, Trey. Adesanya was winning that fight. If you get a chance to watch that fight,
listen,
he was winning that fight.
It don't matter. It doesn't like that. That is the dumbest thing ever. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Oh, he was winning that fight. That boy got laid on his back and baptized.
But with a little more experience, it kind of reminds me of Poirier McGregor, right? McGregor. I
heard he didn't wake up for 4 days. I heard he didn't wake up for 4 days.
He woke up the same day. I woke up the same day,
but still, either way, that boy got rocked.
I don't mean to sound disrespectful. Question though, is Adesanya probably the most boring champion?
He's the most boring fighter
in the UFC right now.
You talking about Adesanya? Or you talking about Yoel Romero? Because I can't tell the difference right now. Neither one of them are doing anything.
Is Adesanya the most boring champion? I know that sounds very disrespectful because skill-wise, point-wise, he can outpoint almost anyone.
I'm telling y'all right now. And y'all
do you think the UFC is getting a little bothered with him, Trey?
Listen to me. After Alex Pereira knocks him out, because he will knock him out again, because Izzy's trying to say, oh, it's the gloves. There ain't no pillows on now. Yeah, that's not in your favor, my boy.
Yeah, that's not
because you don't knock
any cats
out.
Right.
How many people are you knocking out with your hands? I don't see it. I've never seen you stiffen somebody up. Alex Pereira, no. He's never stiffened anyone up like he got stiffened up by Alex Pereira.
Maybe not stiffened up.
I'm talking about stiffened up, not no TKOs bullcrap. I'm talking about stiff, like he's a freaking what's it called where they stuff their deer.
Yeah, Paulo Costa was like so weird. You know, you ready for this one, Trey? You're gonna like this stuff. I teach you something new every day. Before the Paulo Costa knockout, which wasn't even that impressive of a knockout, in my opinion. I don't mean to sound like a hater. The knockout before that was Robert Whittaker. That's 2019, Trey. Besides that, it has been unanimous decisions. Which, listen, you're dominating. You're dominating.
He's not dominating. He's just not letting anything happen.
Okay, well, fair. First time you corrected me, you're right. Yes, he's winning.
I'm always correcting you when I'm right. I'm talking about everything.
He's winning fights. He's kind of like, kicking someone's leg. He's point fighting, and he's winning. Dominating, okay, I might have stretched it.
He's not point fighting. Volkanovski point fights.
No, Adesanya's point fighting. He's scoring.
And he dominates. Izzy lets nothing happen. He taps him a couple times, and that's it.
You know what, Trey? And I don't mean to go on a tangent. We're almost done here. You know what bothers me about that? People say, well, if you're the challenger, you got to bring the fight to the champion, blah, blah, blah. That's not necessarily the case. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about?
That's not like...
How about you show your dominance? If you're really the king you say you are, if you're walking out here with urns and being the Undertaker and doing all this extra stuff and dancing and doing your little corny dances and Hawaiian jigaloos and all that stuff, then how about you do something?
I think highlights do matter a little bit, Trey. And when's the last time he's had one? Paulo Costa?
Maybe.
Which wasn't even that like... I hate to sound like a hater, but...
You know what they were talking about after the Paulo fight? If no nonsense Keith Peterson was drinking and smoking or not. That's what they were talking about after that fight. They weren't even talking about the fight.
They were talking about that. The Whitaker knockout was impressive. That was 2019.
Right.
Gastelum was a great fight. I think it's fair to say the last time Adesanya was...
That dude's not a name to mention. I mean, come on.
I think the last time Adesanya was in a great fight was 2019. Yeah.
Listen to me. Mark my words right now. Mark my words right now. After Alex Pierre and Israel Adesanya fight, he will never, ever be champion again in the UFC.
That's a bold take. That's a bold take, Trey. Because first he has to lose that fight. And
he's gonna lose the fight.
It scares me because I picked Pereira, but then you pick Pereira, and then it's like it kind of just
you know who the I'm the best capper in the UFC. You know who makes the money.
We usually don't agree on fights, but actually the fights that we agreed on lately we've been pretty spot on.
Duh.
We've been pretty spot on.
Because you've been listening to me.
And when we disagree, usually I'm right.
That's not true.
I don't know if you noticed that.
I'm pretty sure we just split the other card. I'm pretty sure we just split the other card.
I think I went like 4-1 and you went like 1-3 or something like that.
Not a chance. Really? What'd you have in the Amanda fight?
I was wrong about that. I was wrong about that.
Just wondering.
What did you have in the Moreno Cara France fight?
That was the one. That one could have been either way. That was the most heavy one I had, and I had Kai, and I will stand on that. Derek
Lewis.
That's better than picking Pena. Are you serious? With a fluke win?
Derek Lewis Pavlovich. Can you refresh my?
You're talking about the worst stoppage in UFC history. You're talking about a altered fight, something that shouldn't even count.
Listen, neither here nor there. Joe De Jesus says, "I hope Izzy gets knocked out. Fight's so boring. His last couple fights suck. Great fighter though. He's a great fighter, but his fights have been boring." And it hurts me to say that because I sound like a hater.
It don't hurt me. I'm so tired of that cornball. I've been telling y'all for I don't even know how long, when we was doing this podcast a couple months ago before we had to take a break, that this dude sucks. This dude's boring. Nobody wants to watch him anymore.
22 thumbs up, by the way, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's go.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's probably all because of me.
Trey, this is episode 14. We're doing our thing. This feels good. Yeah. This feels pretty damn good.
Listen, there's nothing I love more than giving back to my community and teaching people about the UFC and teaching people about fighting and MMA, because there's a lot of dumb people out here and they start commenting in this chat and it makes me sick to my stomach and it makes me just want to help them. We got children in here whose moms can't stay out of my DMs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here just still trying to help them. I'm basically, Triple Knock could just consider me a stepfather at this point, because I just look out for him and I'm nice to his mother.
I mean, Joe agrees with you that Derek Lewis stoppage was early stoppage, which is just.
I know, because he knows.
We got a long way to go. I think we touched on every topic, Trey. Mo Usman, we talked about that. Terrence McKinney, Cruz versus Vera. The only topic that we didn't talk about was Chandler and Poirier. Is there anything you want to say about that before we
Yeah, I'll
pack our
wrap it up
bags and
real
go?
quick with you. Are we being serious? Poirier is not relevant anymore. Okay, he got his money fight. He had his big shindig with Conor, and that's it. It's over. Congratulations, he did his thing. Then he got embarrassed after Conor called him out. Then he wanted to be all tough and call out Chandler in front of everybody, and then we'll see if the fight happens. I don't know, but Michael Chandler is probably gonna knock this dude out. I mean, are we serious? He's gonna gas out.
Yeah.
Michael Chandler's a dog. He's got the tank. He's got the energy for it. Dustin Poirier, he's on his way out. He's dwindling.
Well, interestingly, you kind of sound like Chandler. He didn't say it that way. Let me just read you something real quick before we get out of here. And it kind of, you know, when the truth stings, like when someone says your sunglasses are horrible and it's right, it stings, right? I feel like Chandler, in the same way, kind of says something that's true. He says, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world. Speaking of Dustin Poirier, he's got a little bit of money in the bank. He's getting older. It's hard for him to make the weight. He's talked about going up to 170. This is what he says. These are all telltale signs that I think this is the right time for me to fight him and the wrong time for him to fight me. I want to compete against him. I compete against anybody in the top 5 that's going to get me toward a title shot. I'm not saying he's basically saying that like Poirier is washed, but it kind of sounds like that's what he's saying. That his heart's not in it. That his heart's not in it, and this is where Michael Chandler kind of puts him out.
He's right.
I think he was devastated by Oliveira. Remember when he lost to Oliveira and crying and stuff?
He got cornered. He got Conor. He got the same meme he did to Conor.
Is Poirier out?
He was propped up in the fence, sad.
Is Poirier one foot out the door kind of thing or no?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's fair to say.
Hey, he had a shine. He did his thing with Conor. He made some money. Congratulations. Now he got embarrassed. Your wife got called out. Conor was talking about her. You know what I'm saying? It's just see yourself out, my boy. Go ahead and take this last L.
You think that fight happens, Chandler and Poirier? You think it's a?
I think it's a great fight to make. I don't know why they wouldn't make it. I think it could sell. It could be a main event if they really wanted it to.
Yeah.
Or I could see it being it could be a crazy co-main. So
it'll be a great co-main for like a championship fight. I think it'll be a great co-main. Big Ty Bam Bam is ready for them all, says Turbo. Hey, Tuivasa is good, but I think Cyril Gane takes him out of there. We'll talk about that as well soon too.
Yeah.
Trey, any last thoughts before we get out of here? We've been live for an hour and 12 minutes. Carrying you in this podcast has been a pleasure.
I'm signing off. I've carried you the whole time. All 22 likes are because of me, because they saw me on the screen. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I mess their intel. I'm so sick of y'all
23 now.
Derek Lewis. Listen to me. You're
still talking about this?
Famer. You're gonna stop. Yeah, because you're gonna stop disrespecting me because you were still talking about him. Marlon Vera did not really beat Sean O'Malley. I want you to know that. He will beat Piotr Jan. Izzy will never, ever be a champion again after Alex Pierre knocks him out in one of the first 3 rounds. I'm sure it's going to be maybe the second round. I'm sure it's going to be early. I can see it. I'm telling you, he's going to catch Izzy bad. I don't care what you have to say. I gotta
tell you. No. You gotta listen. You gotta listen to this. What? I promise you, it's a good thing for you. Remember this moment, because if you're right about Izzy, I'm gonna clip this moment and then make a video out of it, like a highlight video, because that'll be like a crazy prediction. Like if he actually doesn't get a title shot in like the next 2-3 years after losing to like Pereira or never finds his way back, that'll be interesting. I'm just saying.
Listen, you can say
you said it first.
He will never, ever win another title in the UFC. He'll never be a champion again.
That's what will be interesting. That's what I'm saying. I'm like that's an interesting. I don't know. I think Izzy's so skilled. He'll find his way back.
Have you not figured it out yet? Have you not seen how much I've been right? Have you not seen how much money I made? I mean, literally. I sometimes it's like I just laugh at the bets because I'm like, I'm doing it again. I'm sweeping the card again. I'm making the most money I can make again. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Trey, I picked more fights than you do.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Derek Lewis for like all the time.
You used to
Brandon Moreno.
Ask me what the. You used to hit me up, ask me what to bet. What's the lock tonight, bro? And I would give it to you and make you money for no reason. I didn't even ask for any.
2019, and then I realized I was losing money.
I should have been selling my picks to you because literally that's how good they are.
I was already losing money on them.
Guaranteed. They're that guaranteed. I should have been selling my picks to you. Anyways, listen. Here's the point.
Tell us, Turbo. Thank you for watching from Sydney.
Shout out. You're giving people shout outs that ain't even from this country, you know what I'm saying? And I'm over here trying to get my sign off, and you're over here giving people shout outs right now?
I had to.
Like they're better than me? When everybody in the chat right now is below me, everybody knows that. I'm better.
You were like
than
1-4 on the Bobby Green card, I think. So anyways,
I wasn't 1-4. I got Nunez right. I got I can't even remember.
That's about it.
Now. I got what?
That's about it.
Nah, because we got 2 or 3 right together. I mean, come on, Miller. What are we talking about here? I really do this.
And all the ones we disagreed on, I was practically right. Anyways, I'm sorry.
All right, shut up.
Episode 14, talk to me.
I'm hanging up. You're a bum. I'm better than any of you in here. I'm glad I could teach you about this again this Monday. I'm happy everybody got to see me this Monday. Hey, listen, it doesn't matter where I'm at. Mays, Kansas. I could be in the butt crack of nowhere. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be on here. I'm going to come teach y'all because I love giving back to the dumb community. I love making dumb people smart. I love making stupid people learn something. That means something to me. Now listen to me. I'm the source. I'm the one who gets it done. I'm Mr. Intel. Hey, support 2A, baby. Let's go.
And he's out of here, guys. He just hangs up that quickly, guys. Thank you for another episode. This was episode 14 of Trash Talk Mondays. Risky, welcome to the stream. Sorry that you got here late. We went over a lot in the UFC. I saw the whole Alex Wasabi thing. Fight is canceled. Wade made a video on that. There's so much going on in the fight world. Wade is doing a great job covering those topics as well. Jake Paul, Hasim Rahman, whole scandal with that too. Guys, thank you for another fun episode. Trey was here hanging out with us as always. He was traveling, and for him to come over and still do the show was pretty cool. We'll be back hopefully for the Cruz versus Vera fight this weekend. If not, we'll be back for Monday's podcast as usual. We're putting out a lot of content. We're getting a lot of views. We're at like 5,700 subscribers. I was at like 5,400 like a month ago. It's pretty crazy. Or 5,500 like a month ago. To be at 5,700, we're nearing away at 6,000. You don't understand how good that feels, guys. I'm freaking the Daniel Cormier short got what, almost 400,000 views. My last Oliveira video against Makhachev, almost 1,000 views. I don't mean to flex. I promise it's not a flex. I'm just saying we've been progressing. So this channel is really going somewhere. Let's keep making it happen. Can't wait till we get to like 10,000 subscribers. My man Zelme in the chat. What's up, Zelme? Says DC, 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 DC. We had a fun night tonight. You are a legend. No, you're a legend, Zelme. Thank you guys so much for the ongoing support. I'm going to keep putting out content probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll work on a new video. We're going to just keep putting content out, guys. Feels great to be here. I hope you guys have a great night. Stay cool. At least where I'm at, it's about to be 99 degrees tomorrow. So if you're in the East Coast, drink water, stay in the shade, be careful. Is the best advice I could give. Take a nap, read a book, enjoy yourself. Don't take life too serious, but work hard. Weird moment where I just try to give you guys advice because I don't know what else to say. Guys, God bless. Good night. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you guys on Monday. If not, I might even see you Saturday. And you'll see videos maybe popping up Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you hit the bell for post notifications. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Thank you guys. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.
I'm the best ever. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
Yo, bounce guy, go off.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Wilder's in a world of trouble, closing seconds. Can he weather the storm here in the third round?
And the ball to superlative.
Big right hook, lands flush for Cambosos, and that knocks down Teofimo Lopez. We have ourselves a fight.
Khabib Nurmagomedov gets a triangle choke from up top. Gaethje's out, and the fight is over. The triangle choke for Khabib Nurmagomedov.
And Porter gets knocked down. He gets knocked down again. 10th round
TKO win. Left uppercut, and then next out Leo. It appears he's out cold. The fight is over. It was a counter left uppercut, and just like that, what a left uppercut. I did not see that coming, ladies and gentlemen. I will have to admit, what a fight.
Nice celebration for a 3K video. I don't know, man. To hit 3,000 subscribers in like
Right hook to the body for Campbell. Left hook to the body for Garcia. And that knocked down Campbell. It was a left hook to the body. Campbell on the ground. The count is on. Can he make his way up? It appears he can't get up. Campbell on the ground. Trying to stand up. And the fight is over. Ryan Garcia with a 7th round knockdown. What a performance. Guys, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. Do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. We're trying to do record numbers today. Ryan Garcia tearing up and crying. What a performance for Ryan Garcia.